right.
Very quickly, many thanks to Paula, the Arts Council, the Gala Committee for this beautiful evening. And thanks to Julie for that incredible video memento. You don't know how much she had to cut out to get that. Julie asked me to explain what I did and if I had any photos of me doing what I do. And to be honest, it's difficult because I have a position and a title that is uniquely created for me and the various things that I've done. I've been blessed by that. I think that what makes the most sense for me to say is that I do anything and everything I can possibly do to help others present their very best selves and their very best work. This honor of being named the Champion of the Arts is a wonderful acknowledgement that the work I've been doing is noted and appreciated, but it is also a humbling challenge as to whether or not I've done enough. There are others like my fellow champions who are more experienced, more talented, more established, more prominent. So, who am I? I say this, I am a star thrower and a stone soup maker. And the tenets of my work come from two quotes. None of us can do great things, or not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. And the second, find something you love and do it for others. I was lucky, and growing up, I thrived in the free weekly lessons in dance, music, and art that were offered in every school, and were a matter of course for anyone of all ages. So I applaud the work that the council has done to continue that tradition. At home, my father and I sketched with charcoal, made cards and gifts with found materials, or learned to take photos. My mother made beautiful decorations on a dime for church and at home, sang with joy, albeit possibly not on pitch, and was a fabulous cook. Art for me was an everyday and special thing all at the same time. These are small things done with great love. In school, I also wrote stories and enacted them all the time, and my teachers encouraged me to do so. One of my favorite childhood books to play out was Stone Soup. And although the protagonist is written as some trickster who manipulates a village out of a meal, I prefer to think that this traveling outsider is someone who used the magic of imagination to bring villagers together, and an ordinary stone to bring out the very best in each of them. Together they created a meal from their individual offerings, a soup more amazing than anything they had ever tasted before. And it fed not only their hungry stomachs, but indeed their hungry souls. Even back then, I was seeking stories that spoke of the magic and the heroic in the ordinary. I believe that theater is the grand collaborator. It brings together many artists to tell powerful stories and to remind us that we all have a place at the table, that our presence is necessary for the good of all, that each story is equal to every other. When we help others to be brave enough and generous enough to make their offering, everyone is nourished. I am a stone soup maker. Very shortly, another story tells of a man walking along a beach after a storm, and he encounters a young girl who is throwing starfish after starfish back into the waves after a storm. In seeing the hundreds of starfish still stranded in the hot sun, the man tells the girl that she cannot possibly make a difference. Now she picks up one more, she replies, but it makes all the difference to this one. I believe everyone here is a champion of the arts. We share responsibility for giving others we encounter, especially those we mentor, our spark of creation and our very best efforts, which is really our gift of humanity to each other. We may never know what difference that could mean or where it could lead that person. And so I proudly say I'm a star thrower. Lastly, our work is to ensure that ours is not the only voice heard. that diverse ideas and points of view are equally staged, that the work we do is grander than the projects or productions we present. We are part of the greater philosophy that is based on open access and in being inclusive, in providing a place for everyone who wishes it, and in giving space to anyone who is an outsider elsewhere. Artistic excellence should not be exclusive. This is what is at the heart of why I am so proud to be part of the history of the Western Stage in Hartnell College, and why I do what I do, what I believe I am supposed to do. Find what you love and do it for others. And so my final thanks go to those who are here to celebrate with me, especially Dr. Llewellyn and my Hartnell colleagues who will share my belief that the arts are just as important to the college as STEM and A. My multitude of Western Stage family who have encouraged me through my artist journey, especially John, whose partnership strengthens my desire to do the work I do, and Ron and Harvey, who forwarded my name to the Arts Council for consideration. And to my husband and my family and my childhood friends who came, you have laid the foundation for my life in the arts. And so I proudly stand before you and say thank you for this beautiful award, the first one of significance that acknowledges those folks who are behind the work that you get to see. I am a star thrower and a stone soup maker, and I thank you all for helping me to be so. Wow.